In the last 24 hours, I cash collected 9K but closed 12K in deals, living my life here in Tulum, Mexico. And so in the beginning of my agency, I wanted to just make my first 10K month. I wanted to just get my first payments. And it's pretty amazing what can happen if you just stick with one thing for long enough. And now we're not just hitting 5-figure months, but we're hitting 5-figure days. And it's an incredible feeling. And here's some of the lessons that I extracted from that day that hopefully you guys can take some value and apply it into your own life. And so let's get into it. Number one, service delivery. You need to fix your problems on the back end as quick as possible. And yes, of course, you aren't going to know what to test, and how to crack media buying for your clients unless you do, of course, get clients. So in the beginning, it is the stage of essentially being an imposter and taking your first sales calls, clicking publish on your first couple campaigns, and them going to shit and you being like, what the hell is going on? And you need to get this stage out of the way as quick as possible. But you also need to have a degree of self-awareness as well to everything that you do in life. And so all the good, all the bad that happens in my life, one of the things that I do immediately after an event happening, for example, a campaign doing extremely well, a client leaving, I'm like, okay, this happens, great, bad. What are the lessons I can extract from it? What are the lessons that I could extract so that I do not make this mistake again? Or I can do this amazing thing that resulted in this outcome again, whether it be constant communication or making sure that I'm talking to my clients, weekly, calling them on a weekly or if not bi-weekly basis. And so you have to extract all the lessons that you can from all the good, all the bad that happens, and not just in your agency, but also in life in general. Now, service delivery, you need to fix the back ends. So if you don't fix the back ends, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be signing clients and you're just going to be trying to fill up a bucket that has a leak, that has a hole in it. And so one of the sayings that I live by is problem delayed, problem multiplied. And what I mean by that is the longer you wait for your problems, the more they're going to grow. What you don't control controls you. And this is a massive lesson that I took immediately from starting the agency, because it's like there are things you should be doing, but you aren't doing. For example, right now, you watching this, if I asked you, do you know what you need to do to start making more money? Do you know what you need to do to get better results for your clients? Do you know what you need to do? But why aren't you doing it? Are you doing what you're designed and meant to do? Most likely not. And that's why Hermosi says it's more often than not that we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. Myself included, yourself included, others who are in the space, who are at the top of the space. Everybody needs to be reminded more than they need to be taught. And so you have to dial in service delivery, because people then are going to speak for you. And Elon Musk said the best company on earth shouldn't even need a logo. And yes, it is the extreme, but it's important to think about the extremes when making a point. And what he means by that is your service, your product should just be so damn good that your clients should just be running around their town telling everybody about what you have going on, because it's that good. Whether it's the insane return to value and how quickly you can get the ads up and running and how quickly you can get the appointments running and how amazing you are at communicating and being there and keeping updates for your clients and vice versa. And it's an important question to ask, because another mind thought and another cool exercise that you can ask yourself is, how can I 10x the value of what I'm doing while keeping the same exact prices? And that's just giving so much damn value that it then does it wants, and it basically makes your clients again speak for you. But that's just another exercise that you can do on your own, where it's like, okay, how can I 10x the value of what I'm currently doing at the same prices? And now if you're able to do that and answer those questions and actually kind of fulfill on that, you're gonna make the process of your clients referring you to others so much easier, just because you have so much value to give. And so service delivery, you have to dial it in, you have to test new things, keep updates with the new latest cutting edge updates with Meta and the new softwares and technologies that are coming out. Because as Novel said in his book, The Almanac of Novel Ravikant, you need to develop specific knowledge, and specific knowledge is met at the end of knowledge, meaning what you can't be taught in school and education and by others, and what you have to develop on your own is specific knowledge. And this is something that you're actually going to be getting paid for, and something that the skill you have to develop so that it is your both short-term and long-term play. But basically, to wrap the first point, you need to dial service delivery in, because if not, you're going to be just filling a leaky bucket that is just constantly just flowing out, churning clients, problem delayed is problem multiplied. And the bigger you grow, the bigger your problems become if they aren't fixed. And you need to make the value as amazing as possible for your clients so that they speak for itself, and that the marketing, and that they do the marketing for you. Second point, most of the returns in life come from compound interest. Now, in the beginning of my journey, I just wanted to make my first five-figure month. And that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to make my first five-figure month, chill here in Mexico and just chill out. But that's not what happens when you hit certain goals. You just want more. And if you are a relatively ambitious individual, then it's just never going to end, because money is an endless game. Education is an endless game. But most of the returns in life come from compound interest. And like I was talking about in the beginning, you are an imposter, but you have to get that out of the way. And so you're going to get to a certain point where you start taking sales calls, a year into your journey, a year and a half into your journey, and everything just seems seamless. Everything just flows. You're just in a constant flow state, and you're just closing left and right, and it just feels easy, because that is the effect of compound interest. Same exact thing with investing your money, right? Like if you just put X amount of money into the S&P 500, in 20 to 25 years, you can have millions of dollars if you just constantly invest and have good behaviors with your financials. Now, in addition to this, you're going to develop specific knowledge as you continue to stick with something for long enough. And this specific knowledge is what's going to actually develop your skills, what's actually going to take you long term, what's actually going to allow you to retain clients and allow you to build a legit, scalable, real freaking business, not just some freelancing BS or any of that other type of stuff. But the effects of compound interest are so underestimated. Atomic Habits, that book, is literally defined by compound interest and the effects of just doing the small things right every single day. And Hormozi said, one of his mentors was Charlie Munger, and Charlie Munger said that our survival instincts are typically to think about the negative things in life more than the positive. That's why it's so easy to be more negative and to see people that are just more negative than to actually nitpick the good things out of life and the good things out of people. But Charlie Munger said, why don't we use this to our advantage, this survival instinct? And so most people have success thought out in the wrong way. He likes to think of success in the reverse, meaning what do I not have to do to ensure that I will succeed long term? And so basically that means wake up on time, eat healthy, be around good people, don't don't eat crap, don't sleep past your alarm, don't miss the follow-ups that you're meant to do, and just thinking about the inverse and what you shouldn't be doing. Like what can I do that I know if I did do would just destroy my chances of ever having success and everything I've ever designed, everything I've ever wanted in my life. And when you think about the things you shouldn't do, then if you just don't do those things, then what do you think is going to happen? You're going to be so much farther ahead than most people. And one of Hormozi's tweets that I really enjoyed most was like, it's just about the simple things that he does each and every single day that reduce the time, or that reduce friction from being as efficient as possible, meaning like having multiple chargers in multiple different areas, making sure I go to sleep and wake up at the exact same time, making sure that my diet's on point, making sure that my internet connection is stable, like super simple things that you guys tend to overlook, myself included, until I saw that tweet or post. And it just made so much sense, because like there have been times in my life where I've woken up and like there was so much crap going on and just like was frustrating. I couldn't get working. The Wi-Fi was terrible. And it's like, what if just all of that was just eliminated by changing environments, by fixing those issues? Like the amount of time from waking up to starting to work and just reducing friction is just extremely important, because the faster you get going, as opposed to like having a 2-hour morning routine, then the faster you're actually going to get results. And, like in the beginning, you just need raw action. You just need to do as much as you possibly can. And I don't think you need like a 2-hour morning routine or any of that bullshit. I think you need to wake up, work out, fast, drink some orange juice, drink some water, hydrate, and then get going. That's at least one of the best performing morning routines for me personally. And you can experience with that. And In addition to that, that's the second point. It was kind of a ramble, but it's okay. Third point is just setting the right frame and the right expectations in the journey. Now, if you aren't willing to commit at least 3 to 4 years of something, of just pure dedication, obsession, hard work, and smart work, then don't even start. Like that's the truth. If you have TikTok brain and you just fatigue out of things quickly, if you just want to keep jumping business models, you're not going to make any money. Now, in the beginning, you need to focus on one thing, develop specific knowledge, get good at it, provide value to the marketplace, and in return, the marketplace is going to give money to you. And you need to set the right expectation, because if you don't set the right expectation, what you're going to be doing is you're just going to basically fatigue out. You're going to fatigue out, and nobody in history started out making money doing like 10 different things at once, 12 different things at once. You need to pick one thing, start making money with it, learn the foundational skills, and then you can move horizontally and up as you progress throughout your career. For example, Hermosi, Iman Gazzi, they all started out in the agency space for at least 2, 3, 4, I think roughly 5 years. And then what do they end up doing? They ended up moving across, starting different companies, starting SaaS companies. And now what are they doing? Hermosi with acquisition.com, building and scaling and taking equity in these companies. Iman too, building, scaling, taking equity in these companies with Iman with WAP, Hermosi with School. And that's kind of like the end game, I think, in my opinion. I think the end game is like ownership, equity, and power and control. I think that's the end game of most people, and that's the eventual progression. But it does take at least a decade of being in this space for a long time. So that's not to worry about. But you need to make money in the beginning with one thing, develop specific knowledge, use as much leverage as you can, join these groups, and just stick with one thing for long enough, because the best returns in life come from compound interest. And so, wrapping this video up, it's absolutely incredible what had happened in the last 24 hours, and it's just a factor of multitude of different things: social proof, compound interests, leverage, being a good person, having good intentions, providing actual value to the marketplace, and having my clients speak for me as opposed to me going out and doing the marketing. Yes, of course, I am doing marketing myself, but referrals can also explode your company, but you need full control over lead flow. And I kind of hope this video helps, and that if you are watching this, if you are brand new to SMMA, I'm telling you right now, stick to one thing for long enough, join groups, get the imposter syndrome feeling out of the way, start developing that confidence, that conviction in your voice when you are on sales calls, because you actually believe in what you're selling. And I'm telling you right now, what you want financially wise, the life that you want, it's not that much further than you think. Truly, 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 if you want to travel the world, if you want to live with your guys and have fun and just, scale an agency, build companies, you truly only need like 4 to 5, 6K max. Like, you don't need that much money. Now, stereotypes and society and Instagram and social media has curated and kind of fixed and made our mindset on making money, and like you need tons of money, you need tens of thousands of dollars each month. The truth is, no, you don't. You don't need that to live this life. But it depends on what you want and kind of how much money you actually want. Now, November, it's going to be my best month, and I'll share with you guys how much money I'm going to be making at the end of another three and a half weeks. And hopefully it's close to mid 5 figures. Like, this is going to be my best month by far. And I'm super excited to, share with you guys what I've learned. And hopefully by extension, you guys can take something from this video and apply it into your own life. And another thing as well, like, in the beginning, you want to just marinate and saturate yourself in information with the agency space. And like, you just want to hear from everyone. You want to learn as much as you possibly can, read everything, because you don't know anything. Like, that's the truth. In the beginning, first 3 months, it's about developing the skills. It's developing the beliefs and the conviction and like the back end and like everything, every component of the company. And you need to learn as much as you possibly can. And so there are no days off. There is no time to waste. No more long nights with your friends. No more talking bullshit with random people. Like, truly, 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 if you want to start making 5-figure days, you need to invest every single waking hour into this. And that's the truth. Like, that's the God's honest truth. And if you aren't willing to commit, like I said about setting the right frame of mind, if you aren't willing to commit to something for at least for the next 3 to 4 years, like dedication, obsession, just relentless hard work, then don't even start. Seriously, this isn't for you. I'm not joking. Because it will save you like tons of hours and days and weeks of just stress if you aren't willing to commit to something like this. But I hope this video helps you guys understand that like what you want is truly possible. I started making 5-figure days, and because I stuck with something for long enough, and my life is now going to change completely, and by extension I want your life to change as well. So that's that. All right, peace.